Welcome all. In this video, we are going to see how to add people to our Moodle site. So this is the Moodle site which I created in the previous video, and this is my course. I have added contents to my Moodle course, and in the previous video we saw how to enroll a student into my course. In this video, I will tell how to add people to a Moodle website. Only when we add people to a Moodle website, you will be able to enroll students. Since I wanted to go with the flow, in the previous video, I explained there itself how to enroll students to a Moodle course. But once you add people to a course, then only you will be able to enroll students or enroll teacher to your course. So on the left hand side you can see various options. If you do not get these options, just click on this icon. This is to show the options available. I scroll down. Now I click on home. It takes me back to my home page. Here I click on the option site administration. So here we are going to deal with one more option here, plugins. I click on plugins. Now you can see many options are available here. So scroll down and here we have authentication. I click on this manage authentication. So this email based self registration, this I'm going to enable it. I click on this I symbol here. So as you can see, this is enabled. So in the previous video I said that we have one more method to enroll students to our course. The second method is self-based registration, email-based self-registration. We need not to search a student and add them manually. So it takes pretty much time to add students if the count is large. So this is the next best option where we can ask our students to register them by selves. So here I click on the settings to customize the settings according to my need. So here it is like similar to any sign up. We can ask various options, ask our students to fill up. So if I keep it as locked, actually by default it will be in unlocked. I have customized this settings for my previous course, that is why it is changed as locked, but by default it will be unlocked, so it is not an issue. So I want my students to mandatorily fill their first name, surname and mail address. That is why I've changed this as locked, and other settings can be unlocked or locked based on your choice. I've kept the institution as locked. So locked in the sense I want them to mandatorily fill it so that I can keep a record of those details which will be useful for me later on. Now I click on save changes. So now our changes have changed and I have enabled email based self registration. Now I click on home. So here I have the courses. So this is my course. I click on my course. So this is what we did in the previous video. Now on my right hand side I have the settings icon. I click on more. So here I have the second option, users. I click on user. So here I'm going to change the enrollment method. Since in the previous video we enrolled them manually, that is what is the setup here, manual enrollments. I'll change this. I click on this enrollment methods. Now you can see we have one more option here. I can simply change this to enable the I symbol. Once I click on this, You can see it is enabled now. So as you can see, once I have enabled, this option is available for students. I can even delete this options, and again I can even add it here, this add method. I get to add self-enrollment also. I can even set a key for self-enrollment. Like since we have made it as self-enrollment, that is email-based self-registration, we cannot ensure that only our students will enroll. So we need some security, right? So for that we can even enable some key. I click on this edit. We get the options where we can save the settings here. So here key enrollment, I can set key enrollment if I want, or I can even set use group key enrollment if I set any group enrollment durations. If I'm going to enable only this particular period, they have to be enrolled, something like that. Maximum enrolled users, I'll change the count to 250. Now I click on save changes. You can customize that according to your need. So now we have customized our self-enrollment settings. So with this, we can ask our students to directly enroll them into a site, I mean into a course. So by clicking on ec.moodlecloud.com, they will be able to enroll it. But even for that enrollment, I need to add them into my site. For that, again, here I click on home. Now again I click on site administration. So I repeat again, I am adding a user, a student or a teacher, a user to my Moodle site, not to my course. What we did now, just now, with plugins, self-based, email-based registration for my course, that was for that particular course, ICT tools. Even to access email based self registration, I need that person to be in my site. I need that user account to be in my site, Moodle site. So now I click on users. So here is where we are going to add a user. Under the account section, I have an option, add a new user. So this is the username I'm going to add here. So an important point to note here, the username should be with small letters alone. As I said, our username as an admin, my username is admin, which is small letter. It won't accept capital letter. So this is my username. Authentication method, manual, or since I'm doing it manual, it is manual accounts. Here I'm going to enter a password. By default, I'm going to keep it as 1234, and I click on this force password change, so that once the student whose data I'm going to save now, the username FTP, the username is, first name is Akila. I'm going to simply write my name. So other settings can be edited later on also. So this person, this account, once they log in into my Moodle site, that is ec.moodlecloud.com, they will have to use the password which I have set 1234, and once they log in, it will force them to change their password. So now we can add pictures or any nicknames, optionals, interest and all. I click on create user. So I have created a user in my Moodle site. So as you can see, this is the user I created. They have not logged in so far. So this is how to create a user into our site. Now this particular user can access our Moodle site and enroll themselves. So now I log out of this account and I'll show you how to. So this is my site, ec.moodlecloud.com. The username is FTP and the password of the student is 1234. Now I click on login. So as you can see, a student account, this is what I have created, a student account. Now I logged in. Now I'm going to change my password here. Now I click on save changes. I click on continue. I click on next. I click on next. I click on this agree. I agree and click on next. So with this, we have finished our account sign up process. Even though we had created an account, we need to do this process. Now I click on site home here on my left hand side. So these are the courses available in ec.moodlecloud.com. This is the course which I created in the previous video. I click on this. So as you can see, self registration. Now I click on enroll me. So as you can see, the message is shown here. You are enrolled in the course. So this is the course which I had created and I have enrolled myself as a student under this course. As you can see, this is the view of a student. As a student, we won't get any editing options available. We only get unenroll me from FTP. Student can unenroll themselves. So as you can see here, I'll move on to the contents here. I click on add submission. I'll just type a random text here. I click on save changes. I click on this. This is what I said. I want students to click on submit assignment so that they are aware that they are submitting the assignment. Now I click on continue. So this assignment is submitted. So with this, I log out of the student account. So I log in as a admin, as a teacher, and I'll show you how to do the grading. This is the course. So I click on this assignment here. I click on view submissions, view all submissions. So this person has submitted. I click on grade. So here is where I can give comment. I can grade out suppose 10 marks. I can give the feedback comment. Try again. and I click on save changes. Here it is going to notify to the students. Now we have finished our grading. As you can see, we have finished our grading. Actually, this Moodle Cloud is quite similar to the version which we download, so it is not an issue. So with this, we have finished our grading our very own assignment also, first assignment. I click on this quiz here. The quiz is not available here. I'll change the settings and I want to show the preview of the quiz. So I click on the settings, edit settings. Save and display. So this is how we'll get. I click on attempt quiz now. Start attempt. The time left is shown here. I'll just click on it. I click on finish attempt. Submit all and finish. I click on submit all and finish. Even though the answer which I saved was in small letters, it accepts in capital letters since we said case insensitive, case unmatched. So as you can see, this is how the students will also get. Now moving on to FTP or ICT course. I have one important feature which I would like to show. I click on this quiz again. Here on the settings, we have the user overrides. We can use this to set exemption for one particular student to attend it after their deadline also. Once I click on it, as you can see, here I can select the user's name and suppose select the user's name, and I can change the date and timing, and once I save it, they will be able to attend the quiz even after the quiz is closed. They can attend the quiz in that particular time which I have set as override. So this is to avoid when for a genuine reason a student misses a quiz and they want to attend it. We cannot open the quiz for everyone, right? So at that instance, we can set a override for that particular student alone. So that this is also an important feature available in Moodle. I hope everyone enjoyed creating their Moodle course, adding students to a Moodle website and enrolling them and grading their assignment. I hope everyone is clear with this. Please feel free to try the other options available and post your queries to me. Thank you.